In this video, I will show how to create your first task. I'm going to use an example where students have to download Word files for assignment and for introduction, and a simple reading file. To do this, when you're on the front page, you can always go back to the course that you are producing. Click in, and you can recognize it has the introduction up here, and the text and the overview of this course, and then the topics. So I will create my first task. So turn editing on. In this way, you get a chance to edit the topic, and you can either edit it from here or you can just do it inline. First of all, you should also define if this is a course, study, or experience. And it's good to put that in the title so you can group your tasks later. So you have all the studies first, then the courses, and then the experiences towards the end. So let's say this is a study task. Now this is a course. Create my first task. And put the hours, 1 hour. Now you have created the title. And now we have to start to add activities to this task. This you can use by, I will just quickly show this now, just so you see it. When you add an activity, you can add an assignment. You have other tools that we will not go into now. There are different kind of quizzes you can add. A book with a lot of files, like a HTML book you can create. You can upload a file. You can upload a folder and put several files in that folder. You can use label, which is normally something you use if you want to incorporate a video or something within the task, so it's visible. Page is basically an HTML page with an editor where you can create content and so on. So there are many options, but as a starter, we will just make it very simple. Moodle also works with drag and drop, and I have created my task here. I have an introduction, I have an assignment, and I have a file that they have to read. So I can drag the file in here, and at the moment it's called just introduction, and I'm happy with that. Then they have a reading file. I'll put that in here as well, and it uploads. You can always rename the titles here. You can also go into edit settings, give a description, and you can add that description to the course page, as you now will see here. So you have a lot of different options and ways to do it, but drag and drop is far by the best way, in my opinion. Then the last thing we will do is to add an assignment. Before I do go, I'll do that afterwards. We're going to add an assignment, and I'll do that by clicking activity, mark assignment, and add. This gives me the title for the assignment, and in the course gradebook later, where students can see the name of all the tasks they have done, this is the assignment name they will see, so that will be what identifies the task for them. So keep it simple, not too long. Assignment, create my first course. You can have a description, or you can upload and drag and drop the files. In the assignment, that is where you put a lot of settings about the points, and to define in Moodle if this is a study task, course, or experience. So it's good that you do this correct. So let's go a little bit further down. We don't have to enable any of this when they can submit. Submit types, they can either type in an editor or they can submit the file. You can put a word limit of course, if you use online text only. How many files you can upload? 5 megabyte is the standard. You don't have to do anything here. It normally accepts the most common file types. Feedback types. You can feedback comments. You can annotate PDF. You can feedback file. You can do inline commenting in their assignment. I normally put them all on except the offline grading worksheet. Submission settings. Require a student to click a submission button. Yes, it's very clear. When they've done the assignment, they say, do you want to submit? Yes, I want. We don't need a submission statement. That will typically be on a university where they say as soon as you have submitted this, you cannot change it and you have to agree with that. Attempt reopened, not important. Not important. Notification, it will send out an email when it has been graded. Grade, here we put the points. So in this, it's 2 points maximum. And this is, in the grade category, you have to define if this is courses, experience, or a study. And in one of the other videos, I will show you how to make these categories. As this is a course, I will mark that it should count the points towards course. And you need 2 points to pass. Blind marking, not important. There are some activity completion here. And on the assignment, I think it's a good setting to have that show activity as completed when conditions are met. And then it will say student must receive a grade to complete this activity. That means that it will only count the points when the student have fulfilled the assignment and the teacher has corrected it. So now I am back and I can see here that I have the 3 files. But there is one thing that is good to review. You can see here on the completion status, here the student can manually confirm if he has completed to read the instruction, if he have read the files. And here you can see it's a stippled line, and that means that the system will only mark this completed when the conditions are met, which is they have got their grade. You can decide to remove the ability for the student to mark those parts of the task completed by entering edit settings. And on activity completed, you can say do not indicate activity completion. Then it has been removed from that task, and you can do the same for the reading task. However, if you have a long list of files and so on, it might be good to keep it on so the students can tick this on and off as they are going through, watching the films, reading the files, because they are not giving points. It's only the assignment down here they should not be able to mark themselves, because then they will be able to give themselves points. So now I'm pretty happy with this task, and I'll go turn editing off. And I did forget to write a wording here. So I will go back in and do that. Turn editing on. I will edit it. And I will write here. The task is to create my first task within this course. Save changes. Now it looks better. I have all the information I need. I know it's a course, 1 hour, file to introduction, reading, and the assignment. So now I can turn editing off and I have completed my first task. So when I click into it, I will see the task here. And here you can see the things that the student can mark. He can mark that one, but this one here he cannot mark because we have said the condition is that they have got points for the task. So that's a simple way of making a task where you basically just drag and drop the files in, create the assignment, put the correct points, and which conditions should be met before they get the points, and it's now ready for the student to do this task.